Oh, can you do it now? Oh, okay.
And you say,
So we will go ahead with the class, discuss everything. If there is any excess time, then you can ask questions. Yeah. But these 6 questions are important for your midterm. Yeah. Please do remember to go through all of them. Yeah.
okay, it's on the screen, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, so first thing you can see, what have changed or impacted the whole professions is the use of technology. This is something which we cannot avoid, and the whole world is changing towards that. All right. You can see have been changed to technological advancement, the change in regulation, environment, all right, shifting of business environment. Traditionally, accountants were primarily responsible for financial reporting, bookkeeping, and tax compliance. However, their role has expanded to include strategy advisory services, risk management, data analytics, and sustainability reporting. So this is something which is very general. Specifically, you can see here with the explanation, you can see changes in the accounting profession includes technological integration, the use of AI, automation, cloud computing, all right, has streamlined traditional accounting tasks, allowing accountants to focus more on analysis and strategy planning. All right, next one, regulatory and compliance changes. So the emphasis on financial transparency, ethics has led to stricter compliance requirement, making accountant key player in regulatory reporting and corporate governance. So this is, since you can see the fall of Enron 20 over years ago, there is a shift in higher compliance, higher regulations, the emphasis on corporate governance. Okay, so it is keep on changing, keep on evolving. All right. So then you have to acknowledge the changes over time. Advisory and consulting services. Many accountants now serve as financial consultant, providing business with insight on cost reduction, investment decision, and financial strategy. All right. What else? Sustainability and ESG reporting. So this is something trendy. All right. Something which emphasize a lot on sustainability. All right. On environmental, social, and governance factor. So plays a critical role in measuring and reporting corporate sustainability effect. Data analytics and decision making. So what else? Current responsibility of this one, changes in accounting profession. A current responsibility will include what? Financial reporting and compliance, tax planning and compliance, risk management, business strategy and advisory, technological implementation, sustainability, and ESG reporting. All right, so this gives you an overall idea of the changes or evolutions of the role of auditor or accountants over time. Do remember, this is a very general answer. All right, so your answer must be along this way, but it does not have to be, strictly speaking, the same as this answer. So long as you can shows that you know what is going on with the accounting professionals and the changes over times, your answer will be accepted. Mark is given on how well you presented your point, you argue your point, all right, you organize your answer. All right, there is no one fixed way of answering. This is 20 marks. 20 marks, yeah. 4 or 5, I can't remember. I think 4. I can't remember. It's more 4 or 5. It's either 4 or 5. If 4, then it's 25 marks. If 5, I think it's 4. If not, it's not wrong. It's 4. Don't worry. We have 6. We have more than the but it is coming out from chapter 1 to 3. Yeah. All right. Can you just look at question 2 first? Yeah. the election, the slide review on election.
Yes. No, but we could not pass on to the past because it's by law, they're really well.
For this reason, I remember. So remember don't leave it blank and write something. Whether you do it or not, write something. Yeah. Use your general knowledge, right? You graduating
Yes.
last year, people ACC, I still remember the ACC to like that. Yeah.
What's it good, something student starts to do. It's
So I'm not sure. I'm not in this much. I get people who help you help the supervisor pay out. But maybe not from
really
there.
know. But supervisor, so that is provided. It is something supervisor.
Already.
Everything.
So I never have any student. Yeah, from I think maybe we don't use some in students from Vietnam or all by the local supervisor.
Yeah.
Maybe only the coordinator to oversee. We don't have to appoint a supervisor in the other. So far, I never done this.
Because they have to start out in the program. The next thing is also, it's supposed to be right now.
You have the what's the reason?
I'm working on it because
But we do not have any supervisor yet. Maybe easier you have a local supervisor than supervising them. If you want to discuss face to face, it will not be possible. And also, we may not know what exactly. But yeah. So, do you plan to do a survey?
but I intend to do something, something related to ESG.
Yes, Jim.
If one, ESG. Or something, but the ESG is not really popular.
But so it's a second reading analysis. Means you use the financial reports to do it.
But not much Vietnamese company implement ESG in their statements, so I think it's better to not to another options like survey. Because even though we use such choose another subject to learn to financial purpose, we also have to learn sustainability next time. And it's
I totally advise my students to do something easy where you can get data. Especially survey and let's say the respondent is the account student. Yeah.
it was maybe. That's why I can get so something to yeah. So it's nice to it's like a bit not
Yeah, we started studying electronics. Oh, yes, I see. Now, of many of my students to get the use of AI of commands in terms of the house adoption of AI. I think something which is easy to access the data, then you do have to struggle. Actually, if your respondent is auditor, genuinely it's very hard, because they do not want to spend time.
That's why it's so easy.
Alternatively, I also advise my students to do interview. Because interview you need less than 10. So it will be easier to complete. If you want 100 respondents, it's just too tough.
Today, just.
Too tough for you to collect data. And there are people may just speak up, they want to make up the data, which is so look at the practical way, the most feasible way. Those other than we do not have very big scale, very groundbreaking. Just something within your abilities. Okay. It's much better.
It's like, the message is for persons like communication, the rest of 4 hours.
Yes. I always do that. I always publish with the students. I always publish with my students. Last year I did like three or four. Most of the time I see the student doing well. I will contact them, give me attention, and we go together. We do the good stuff, then I just watch you on the phone. It's a win-win situation for everybody. It's a win-win situation.
Just it, of my experience, student to get.
You intend to publish?
Yeah, if I have a trust. I'm very well.
What is your what is your area of interest?
For me, we have to study the it may be some right.
But do you have any topics that you like?
We actually, I think it's impossible to get now.
What is that?
It's because the data is not much. And not having so many applying yet reporting. So,
Because you only have 2 semesters, it's not topics you're not.
right,
You actually pick on extending.
you remember the guys like last year? He also doing on the PhD one. Now he's still struggling with it. Which is, and it's,
Started not on the writing part, it's a key part.
so I have told that the, to do something to this small rock, it's probably, but he's struggling with that.
But please
It's not like
don't
this.
use ChatGPT to do your thesis. Because ChatGPT, they can give you an idea, but ChatGPT will create fake citation. Yes, they give you wrong reference.
I always use this to get some idea.
Idea is okay. You must have the knowledge to judge the output of ChatGPT, and you cannot just accept the answer without the knowledge. Without the knowledge, it's very, very dangerous. So you can take a look here. Last year, I have done a study on a student intention to use ChatGPT. Yeah, so I collected data, 200 over data in Malaysia. So look at the second one. Okay, next one, discuss the importance of maintaining independent and reliability by an auditor. Why do you need to maintain independent and reliability by an auditor? So you can see, why do you need to do that? Maintaining independence and reliability is a fundamental to account auditing profession, as it ensures credibility, trust, and the overall integrity of financial reporting. So these are all related to ethics. All right. Auditors serve as external evaluator of an organization. Financial statement and their objectivity is crucial in providing accurate and unbiased assessment. All right, so why are they important? Includes ensure objectivity and unbiased opinion, right? So you can see independence prevents auditor from being influenced by management stakeholders or personal interest. So because remember, independent is a state of mind of the auditor. So the mindset prevents them being influenced by the management stakeholders or personal interest. This objectivity is essential to provide fair and accurate assessment of a company financial health, ensuring that financial statement presents a true and fair view of the organization. So then you can see next one, it helps to enhance public's and investor confidence. So in stakeholders, include investor, creditor, and regulator rely on the audited financial statement to make informed decision. If auditor maintain independence and reliability, then enhance trust in financial reports, reducing the risk of misinformation and financial fraud. So what is important here is the word trust. Why trust is important? Because audit is an it's a service, something intangible. All right, you cannot see it, but it's not like I put value to it. So if you don't trust the service, it actually doesn't create any value. You must accept or trust the words from the auditor. Only this service will create values to the let's say the security market. Correct. Okay, because all is supposed to enhance the reliabilities of the financial statements. If you don't trust such a service, then obviously you don't find it to be reliable. Right, so that is the importance. Compliance with ethical legal standards. You can see regulatory body such as the PCAOB and the International Federation of Accountants set strict ethical and professional standards for auditors. So maintaining independent ensure compliance with this regulation, reducing legal risk and potential penalties. So not only the auditing standard, they also set the ethical byline. So compliance with all these requirements helps the auditor to stay away from problem in the future, ensuring high quality of the audit practice. Next one, preventing fraud and misrepresentation. Auditor play a key role in this detecting and preventing financial fraud. If they remain independent and reliable, they are more likely to identify irregularity, misstatements, or fraudulent activity and could harm investor and economy. Right? So if they are independent, they are more likely to identify irregularity. Right? They become just like a policeman. All right, or watchdogs. All right, to help to identify fraud and irregularities. Next one, maintaining professional reputation and integrity. Auditor play a key role in detecting and preventing financial fraud. If they remain independent and reliable, they are more likely to identify irregularities, misstatements of, next one, maintaining professional reputation and integrity. The credibility of the auditing profession depends on integrity and independence of its practitioner. A loss of independence can lead to scandals, legal consequences, and damage to reputation of both individual, auditor, and firms they represent. All right, so this is the emphasis of ethics, in particular on integrity, which is very much also important on top of independence. So these two help to maintain high reputation and enhances trust. So read the conclusion. Auditors, independent and reliabilities are essential for financial transparency, investor confidence, and regulatory compliance. By maintaining potential skepticism and adhering to ethical guidance, auditor help ensure the accuracy of financial statement, reduce the risk of fraud, and uphold the integrity of financial market. So this is the conclusion. Also emphasize the importance of skepticism. Do you know what is skepticism? Means the attitude to question. Do not accept answer from anybody without investigation. Can you look at question 3? Highlight the advantage or disadvantage of external auditor conducting internal audit work. Okay, so we look at here. So advantage includes enhanced objectivity and independence. Look at the explanation. External auditor brings an independent perspective, reducing the risk of bias that may exist in all in-house internal audit team. So what else? Expertise and professional knowledge. External auditor possess extensive knowledge of accounting standards, regulation, and best practices, which can improve the quality of internal audit. Cost saving, hiring external auditor for internal audit function can be more cost effective than maintaining a full-time internal audit team, especially for smaller organizations. So that's why even in Malaysia, it's very common to outsource the internal audit function. What about in Vietnam? Outsourcing, common? Because this is part of the corporate governance requirement in Malaysia, all listed firm must have internal audit function. But then some company prefer to outsource this function because it's more cost effective. All right, look at the disadvantage. What else? You have another two advantages, which include compliance of regulation. External auditor ensure that internal control align with the regulation requirements, reducing risk of non-compliance and potential penalties, and improve the risk assessment. External auditor have experience across multiple industries and company, allowing them to provide better insight into risk management strategies. So next one, disadvantage includes threat of independence. If an external auditor perform both internal and external audit, it may create a conflict of interest, compromising the auditor independence and objectivities. Yeah, this is possible also. So because they are playing both role, it will also create a self-review threat. Limited understanding of compliance and operation. External auditor may lack in-depth knowledge of company internal process and culture, which can reduce effectiveness of internal audit. All right, next one, regulatory restrictions. Some regulatory body prohibit external auditor from performance internal audit work from same clients to maintain independence and prevent conflict of interest. It could be higher cost in long term. While it may seem to be cost effective, initially hiring external auditor for frequent internal audit work may become expensive compared to maintaining an in-house team. All these are possible depending how you argue it. Next one, potential over-reliance. Management may become overly dependent on external auditor, reducing development of in-house expertise in internal control and risk assessment. Everything over-reliant on the external auditor. While external auditor conducting internal audit work can enhance objectivities and bring specialized expertise, it also poses risks related to independence, regulatory compliance, and cost efficiency. Organization must carefully balance this factor to determine the best approach for their internal audit needs. All right, just to give an idea. All right, so these answers are very logical. All right, but this is not the only way of answering. All right, so this case study, you look at the case study. All right, in midterm, you have something similar to like this, but obviously it is much shorter. But it is more or less the same things. Okay, can you have a look at this? All right, I want to get a drinks outside. Downstairs, right? Downstairs there's a selling drink, tea, right? Coffee and tea. Yeah, I don't have water already. I go and buy some drinks, yeah. So I will take a 15 minutes break. Then after that, we come back to continue with the class. But these things is okay, Is it okay, class? Later, I mean, later I can still connect to the screen, right? Okay. So we take a 15 minutes break and maybe we come back at 12 o'clock. Finish off the last part.